another day. At least tomorrow's Friday. At least tomorrow is Friday. Something was on my nose. Sorry, guys. Stop, kitty. It's the fact, y'all, I've really been using, I say this every time I do my makeup, but I've really been using concealer. I've really been using concealer for face makeup. This is not face makeup. Hey, Mook. Hi. Nothing, just getting ready for work. Another day. Yes, you know, I wish she lived here. Like, I wish we lived in the same city. When we have a big enough, when I have a big enough home, I of course want her to be with me. But like, I'm very, ever since I got like into adolescence, so about 12, 13, 14, I've been very just like an independent person. Like, I've been very like not under my parent type person. So it's like I do miss her and I want her around, but like not us on top of each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, um, so I do miss her. But I wish we lived in the same city. I do need to have my own place though, my own space. I do need that. That's just what type of person I am. That probably won't change until I have kids. I'm not even gonna say when I get married, because I mean, to be honest, people be on top of each other when they be getting married and they be divorcing. You need to have space even when you're married to someone. You need to, you know, create space for yourself. No one owns you. Not a single soul owns you. God Almighty. Amen. Hallelujah. So yeah, I do miss her. I do. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like the same city. I don't remember the Joker wearing a bonnet. I don't remember that being a thing that happened, but if you say so. If you say so. I mean, in a relationship, like, it's cute and everything for the honeymoon phase, but like, I think the thing is, Kitty, quit. He's over here bouncing off the walls, literally, like he's Cat in the Hat. Like, what's going on here? I think the thing is too, like, it's cute to be in the honeymoon phase and just be so all into someone and just so, oh my gosh. You know, that I get that. I've been like that. We all get like that. I get that. But the reality of it is, if you want to make it to forever with someone, that's not the way you're going to feel. Like, all the time. And it's okay to have boundaries with someone, to put boundaries in place and to, okay, Maybe tonight I'll just sleep on the couch. Maybe tonight, I want to stay at my mom. Like, it's okay, even though I'm not someone that's married, just someone who has lived with boyfriends and has lived with people, it's just boyfriends really. It's okay to start creating boundaries for yourself. Nobody owns you. And I think that's very, very important to remember on both sides. He does save amen, hallelujah. T'Challa, you want to sit with me? You want to sit on my lap? Come on, kitty, come sit on my lap. Okay, now let me sit. I bought him one time some what's that stuff that makes them actually act up? It's the I can't think of what it is. It's the it makes them act like they're like high or something. I don't know. I bought it for him one time. And I mean, he'll randomly get moments where he'll start running around and acting like that anyway. So it didn't really do anything other than provide another moment of him running around acting like he's high. Yes, catnip. I bought him some catnip one time. And it didn't do anything other than what he already does. I think T'Challa, he's a pretty happy cat. He's a pretty happy cat. He pretty much does what he wants in life. And has ever since I got him or took him, he became my kitty. So, he's pretty happy. He's pretty. Oh, so kitty, stop. Look at me. You made me fall. Almost. Anyway, he's pretty much a happy cat. That's the gist of the story. Stop licking. The only thing that can make him even more happier in life is just giving him some chicken, like the breast of chicken, cut up really, really finely. And that just really makes his life go round and round and round in circles. And see, he found something on the floor. So now all you can hear is a bunch of rattling on the floor. I think my eyebrows are pretty good today. I think I did pretty good. Just a little bit here. Y'all, the video. Oh, no, that's not good. The video is at 1K, actually. The video is 11 point. That's kind of blocky, but I'm gonna fix it. It's not bad. It just is very, very blocky right here. That's driving me insane. So y'all, I watched the Tyra Banks documentary thing that they tried to put out on Netflix, talking bad about America's Next Top Model. And what it really gave people who either were dumb themselves or didn't really make anything of themselves from the opportunity, a space to complain about things that they really didn't like, but they really were ignoring as long as they got an opportunity. And Tyra Banks was a part of it. Tyra Banks was a part of it, and she was smart to be a part of it and to be a part of that narrative and to not let people just think that they can just troll her. They could just say whatever they want to say. She was really, really smart for that. Because it was obvious that the people on there who were the ones who had all these storylines about stuff that they didn't like about America's Next Top Model, we ain't heard about them since that episode. And then they claim some people were saying that they got blacklisted from fashion shows and stuff like that because, because they were seen as more of a reality star, and a lot of designers didn't want them to be a part of their show because they became bigger than the actual design. And I'm just like, honestly and truthfully, I just think some of those people weren't hustlers for real. And I know it was a different time, so I'm not trying to be insensitive. But it's just like, you can't laugh. If you know that you're now known as a reality TV star, why in the heck are you not getting into reality TV more? Why aren't you trying to do acting? Why aren't you trying to go into just like, modeling doesn't last forever anyway. I think it's, and then Tyra even was like, there's going to be a season 25. Okay, I'm anxious to see that. I'm anxious to see that. What they gonna do? No, it didn't push false imagery at the time. At the time, it did not. You know, and I'm not saying I'm all for models being whatever size, looking however, whatever. I'm all for that. So I don't want to confuse y'all on here when I say this. But at that time, there were certain, and for Tyra coming in as a model too, she didn't just, but that's what modeling is though, Settles. I think you're coming into a territory that you're not mentally able to comprehend. That's what modeling is. What do you think pageants are? You know, what do you think girls will sit up here and just fight to be perfect and just fight to have perfect teeth and just fight to be perfect? That's not what I think is, but that's not what it is. And the reality of being a model in that time, there were certain regulations and certain things that people were looking for because the models before them, such as Tyra, such as the judges on the panel, such as Naomi Campbell, there were certain regulations they had to deal with as well. You know? And it's like, you're just dumb. I'm sick of you just commenting dumb stuff. I'm having a legit conversation and you're like, well, you don't know what's happening. You're just talking. But yeah, like I'm trying to say, I feel like we do that a lot with stuff. And I don't think that was right to do that with America's Next Top Model. You know, that show was entertaining and people love that show. There was so many other shows, reality TV shows, where the drama and the context of the drama was unreal that they were airing that. America's Next Top Model was on the light side. And the girl who cheated on her, y'all probably don't remember the episodes like in depth like this, but the girl who cheated on her boyfriend on national TV, she just was whining and crying about how that happened and they shouldn't have aired that. But shorty, you did that. You know, when you're a grown up and you start getting blacked out drunk and stuff like that, people don't know that. People don't know you don't know how to control your liquor. You know what I'm saying? People see you trying to have sex with someone, that's your business. Especially when you're in a competition. And she was saying how they shouldn't have filmed that. You signed a contract saying that they would be filming everything. It's like, that's what I felt like the show was. It was like everybody who didn't really make it or grow from the show in the field, They all wanted to get together and tell their bad stories. But most of the bad stories was because of them. Most of why you're not getting jobs is because of you. You can't think, like for example, I can't think if I pay $800 to a promoter every night to do a show, I cannot possibly think I'm going to grow from that. You got to think other ways to grow. You got to figure out. TikTok, just a sample. TikTok Live was not pushing me. I cannot think forever that I just go TikTok Live, it's just going to push me. Let me just have faith in TikTok Live. It's not pushing me. What are other ways to get pushed? And a lot of, and you'll be not crazy, you'll be amazed at how many people who quote unquote want to do something in entertainment have no ability to go with the wave. They think their spot is to just be a model, to just be on the runway, get booked, and that's it. You got to go outside of the box. You got to think about other ways. You got to think about ways to be seen. You got to be bigger than just that one thing that you're doing. Like, it is crazy. You have to be willing to take other opportunities and to really think outside the box. And I'm so glad Tyra was a part of that. I'm so glad Tyra was a part of that show and didn't let a bunch of random people that she did give an opportunity to, who didn't take it and run with it, an opportunity to create some narrative that wasn't all the way true. You know, because let's be real, it was not easy for Tyra being a model. It was not easy for her. It just seemed like it was easy because she's so big from the America's Next Top Model show. She's just one of the biggest models in the world because of that show. But if she didn't have that show, would she still be known as one of the biggest models in the world? We will never know. People don't know what happened to her. I think people are just lazy. I think people are just lazy, and they've never had anyone teach them like the value of a work ethic and the reward of work ethic. Like, people think that they can just sit around. No, that's not how it works. It really, really is not how it works. And people really think that, like, things just appear, you know? And I've stopped working with people. That was one of the reasons why I did not do that movie. That I was, I don't know if you were around, Mook. Yeah, you may have been when I got that lead role in a movie, and it was all over press and the media and stuff. That was one of the reasons why I did not do the movie, because I felt like the director was not being honest. Even if it was his intentions were wrong or good, even if he had the best intentions, I felt like he wasn't being honest about the funding of the film. And I think he had this mentality where if he's getting everything in place, the money will just show up, like on the floor somewhere. And so I was like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. One of the biggest things in entertainment, especially in making a movie, is making sure you got your money right. And if you ain't got that, you don't need to be talking to not a single person. You don't need to be thinking that you have power. You don't need to be trying to set up table reads. You don't need to be trying to do nothing, try to put nothing in place if you don't have the money to even make this film. You're wasting people's time and playing dress up. That's what you're doing right now. When people have legit lives, you know, and that's the thing too. People who don't, I'm just blessed to where, you know, I do the rap thing, but my actual job is in production. With the brother from Inside. Yeah, I don't know if you remember him. I follow him. But my actual job is in production. So I've done a lot of different acting gigs and been on, you know, different sets and stuff. So I'm fortunate enough and I just pay attention as well to when celebrities and actors do press tours, and I just pay attention to the things they actually are trying to say, you know. but I kind of can tell things. And so when you're giving me an opportunity, if it's giving bullshit, I'm not just going to stay along with your opportunity just because it sounds good. You know, that, and that's something else a lot of people will do in this business, is they'll think that they'll try to trick you just because something may sound good, but it won't really be opportunity. And that's kind of what that was. There wasn't a real opportunity there because you have no money to make it happen, you know? And so it just is tacky, you know? Tacky, tacky, tacky. And another thing that's tacky is people who are really in the film world think that a bunch of AI stuff is tacky. People who are really, really filmmakers can tell when something's AI and they think it's tacky. And that was another thing. You know, like, I'm not about to be promoting a film that I don't even have a production schedule for all hard, just so I seem like I'm doing something to appease my little ego. No. You really gotta be honest. You want to make movie, you need to have money. You don't need to not only have money to make the movie, you need to have money to promote the movie. Because who cares you made a movie? Unless people see it. You know? Like, it just was a mess. And I think that his intentions were not to be that way, but it was becoming that way. It is tacky, you know, and it can be fun. It can be fun, you know, to have AI stuff and to do different things with AI. It can be fun at times, you know, as fun. But when you're talking about seriously doing stuff and getting people together and doing table reads and trying to plan something and really trying to do something, doing a bunch of just random AI jacking off, it's annoying, you know, and you're not really doing what you think you're doing. People can tell. The only mind you're fooling is yours, and you're not even really fooling yours. So it just wasn't, and you know, I went back and forth for weeks about that, because I went back and forth for weeks about that situation, you know, and even when I finally chatted with him about the situation, I wasn't planning to not be a part of it. I just was planning to be like, yo, I think we need to take a step back. Us actors should not even be involved right now, because you don't really have everything together for us actors yet. You don't have a movie yet. So you just need to be on production right now. You don't need to be on getting actors and investing in actors yet, because you don't have anything to invest in actors for. And so I really had a conversation. And then at the end of the conversation, I feel like he told a really dumb lie that I knew was a lie that really made me mad. And I had to drop that. I was just like, as soon as he told me that lie and I knew he was lying, I was like, you are a pathological liar, even if you don't mean to, and I don't trust you as a filmmaker or a wannabe filmmaker. Because right now you're just an AI maker. So yeah, that's how that went. Honestly, and I didn't want to, and I was really trying not to, because, you know, it is a big opportunity. It sounds like a big opportunity. And it was something that I was excited to be a part of. And, you know, being on film sets and being talent, I really like doing that, especially after having lines and doing some films with lines and this, that, and the fourth. And, you know, I really like doing it. So I really wanted to walk lightly with this, right? But I just think that he just was an idiot, and he just needs to learn about film and how to do things, especially if you have no money, you know, especially like you're trying to get people to be quote unquote producers and executive producers if they invest X amount of thousands of dollars. And I'm just like, You know, like, this is not how this works. Like, it's like he just didn't know how nothing worked, and he just was making us, me, himself, and just everyone, the film, look dumber and dumber as days went by. You know? And then I also felt like, too, because he did do some promo that it wasn't anything I haven't done before for myself. I feel like he thought that he was doing something to help my music career. Because he wasn't. He needed to help his own career with his little fake ass followers. You know, I think he just was really starting to think to me that he was somebody he wasn't. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it. So that's how that went down. And if people understood that you doing all this fake it to make it, you're really not making nothing. You just look dumb. Like, just be honest with your story. Just get up and try every day. Like, don't nobody think none of your little AI crap is real. You look dumb. You look dumb with all them followers and nobody comments. You look dumb. It's the truth. They do. They do. And it sucks. It sucks. Okay, let me do my hair real quick. But yeah, they do. They look dumb. And I hate that, you know, because I really do like being on a film set. I really do. I like the whole process of it. I love being on a film set. I love the whole thing. You know, I'm able to memorize my lines super quickly. I really do love it, you know, but I don't like when people try to play. And people with a brain can tell when you're trying to play, you know. People can tell. No, I'm not. I just am doing my makeup just to look extra cheerful. Because I'm really not that cheerful. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. You know, life continues. So I've just been putting on some makeup just to feel better. These people on here are weird sometimes. Let's see. Are these all stretched out? This one's not. I'm gonna get a new one though. Walking me home like it's 1960. Really remind people he don't skip that quickly. That type of thing can be kind of tricky. It's a little rap. I know. I tried to make so many like little love songs. Oh, you make my love come down. Oh, you make my love come down. Walking me home like it's 1960. Really many people he don't skip that quickly. That type of thing can be kind of tricky. Baby, yeah, I'm talking about the dicky. That type of thing can be kind of tricky. What? What, cat? What are you trying to say? Cat in the hat. Oh, well, the part is potting. That's all I want for myself is the pot to pot. Thanks. I want it to be, I do it every day, so I try to do it this morning. But, I want it to be to my butt. Kitty. Chill, dude. It's like you want in, you want out. You want in, you want out. You have got to pick one. Get it. All the way down. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, what is wrong with y'all in the chat? Like, just be nice. Just be nice, yo. Like, you don't ever know how someone is feeling or just anything. So just be nice. Thanks. Now I need to get some more. All the way down. All the way down. Why in the heck? Yep. That's what it is. Same shit, different day. Like always. All the way down. I don't want that. Whatever. I'll just leave it like this. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. All the way home. Oh, 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 oh. I'ma come back, babe. I'ma come right back to you. Tamar should just stay with Vince. That's what I think. And if you're not gonna stay with him marriage-wise, you should at least stay with him career-wise. That was the issue with Tamar. And she started thinking that she was making her career bigger than Vince was. Like, no, girl, you never made your career that big. It was always Vince. It was always Vince and Herbert. It was. It was never you, girl. I'm like, come right back, baby. I'm like, come right back to you. I'm gonna come right back, baby. I'm gonna come right back to you. I need to cut these nails down. I don't even know. I think there's one in here. Oh, gosh. I always do the lip before I brush my teeth. And then I have to always end up redoing the lip. I do that because I want to see a completed look on my face. This is the pecan butter crunch. It smells so yummy. Yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? It's just Cherelle announcement. I'm putting my clothes on, guys. Hold it down. Hold on. Good night, Moot. I can get out the perfume. I didn't spray as much as it seemed. It wasn't coming out. Thanks. Join the cozy gang. The heck was that? You make me feel. Louisiana. Follow on Instagram, Ashley. Follow on the IG. I'm wearing my Avengers jacket again because it makes me so happy. Like, it's such a dope jacket. Put some more perfume on. I know it's a lot, but y'all, I be having to put it on. guys, I'm about to get off. Go stream the Homebody music video. Hype it up. I think it's at 11.1K views when I looked at it last night. So go hype up the music video. That hype up stuff is working, guys. It's working. So go hype it up. Go play it. Listen to the song. Stream the song. The links to stream the song is underneath the video. And yeah. Just keep listening, keep supporting, follow on Instagram, follow everywhere. Y'all have a really great Thursday. It's almost the weekend. We can get through it. I will be back later on. Peace, love, and hair grease. Bye, guys.